Get destruction, man.
Yeah, dip.
You know, you're gonna get dipped. Come on. Yeah.
His words were softer than oil.
Yeah, coming with that smooth soothsaying, that soft, you know, that softer than oil spirit.
Yeah.
That's how the devil works, man. That's the same thing he did with the Native American Indians.
Yeah.
When he went over there to invade, man, and thieve and rape. You know? What did he, let's make these 500 treaties, and then he stubbed them in the back, man. You can't trust. That's why the scripture says, never trust thine enemy. Go on, bro.
Yet were they drawn swords.
Hey, and that's Esau's blessing.
Yeah.
And he's been drawing the sword, man. Alright, since he got that blessing, he's been drawing the sword. And what's he done with the sword? He's done, power was given unto him to take peace from the earth. You know? And he's about to take great peace from you people, a so-called peace, from you people out here that trust in his system.
Oh, that's 1 Thessalonians 5.
Can't. You know, if you want to get that 1 Thessalonians 5, you know?
Funny thing with this as well is Esau's starting to get paid back.
Yeah.
For all that war and blood that he spilled, everyone's upset.
Yeah, that's right.
Turkey, they were just like, man did strikes, yesterday?
Yeah,
Or this more, I can't remember. I think it was last night. They did like military strikes in Syria, and they almost hit US troops. And then Trump was condemning it. I'm like, hold on, how man trying to do artillery strikes and almost hitting man from America, like blowing up America's special forces? I'm like, them man are just showing disrespect. And the thing is Trump's been talking smack, but they're like, hey, fuck it. Same thing with South Africa, man. South Africa, them guys have just been, them Edomites have just been getting the government should be saying, yo, take them farms back, murder them, mute them. That's yours. But then you think back, when was apartheid? Like 1994, that shit ended.
Yeah.
That's what, 25 years?
Yeah.
25 years, and motherfucker, them guys, man, grew up and they're like, yo, these fucking white blood clot with the land. That's everyone, hey, they just looking to fucking kill them, take what they stole, man.
Yeah.
And why should they not?
That's Obadiah, chapter 1 and 3, thou greatly despised. You want to get that?
Daniel 8 and 25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
And the ultimate way that he's gonna magnify himself in his heart is through the chip, you know, the RFID microchip, because he wants to declare himself a god.
Yeah.
He believes that he's a god, and that's why he's got people hooked up with exoskeleton machines.
Yeah.
You know, because and he's using that, and he's linking them machines with neuroscience.
Yeah.
You know, which is like what, a brain implant.
Yeah.
So what's that leading to, man? He's massaging it. His words are softer than oil, but hey, swords are being drawn, man. Because the ultimate order of KO is, look, oh, your body's looking a bit chaotic, so let's restore order with the nano brain chip implant. You know?
Well, there was a guy that was
Ezekiel 28.
His body started deteriorating, so he's just been trying to download himself into a robot. He's basically he's
like transcendent.
He started with like a throat implant for his voice. And then he's basically looking to see as far as he can go. And the thing is, it's funny, is because he was just doing research on it anyway, like into that neuroscience, all that kind of shit. And they said he was linked up with big corporations, banks, and governments. I'm like, oh, so this is one of the elite's boys. And he was a homosexual as well, man. I was like, that's why he got cursed. Because man was there, he's there with his husband, he's all lying down, can't move. I was like, that's why he got cursed. Now he's trying to subvert. And that goes to what? Ezekiel. Esau basically trying to subvert everything the Lord's doing.
It's called transhumanism, you know? And basically, ultimately, with transhumanism, what Esau's trying to do is try and supplant his birthright, to have immortality, right? To try and merge a spirit with a computer and just be there for eternity. For example, remember that film? What was it, man?
Transcendent.
Was it Elysium? Where that bitch became part of the computer.
Lucy.
That one. Yeah.
With Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Lucy, man. Yeah, she turned into a USB.
USB, man.
You know.
she was on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, another one is a good watch as well. Johnny Depp, Transcendence.
Yeah.
You know, where he basically just becomes He's just in the air. He's
mist.
in everything.
Yeah, it's a mist.
You know, and that's the internet of things. That's what Esau's got to set up out here, man. All right, which is all alluding to. In fact, get the chip, get Revelations. Yeah, man. Because we got to get into these prophecies, man. All right, go on, bro.
This is Revelations 13 and 15.
Yep.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Yep.
That
Which was the image of the beast, the Roman system. All right, and it's that's why. Hey, Esau is Rome reincarnated, man. You know, the deadly wound being healed. All right, and if you don't get down with his image and his system, then he's gonna get people to be caused to put to death. All right, and that's what he's doing out here, man. All right, but you think that he's got your best interests at heart with his exoskeleton suits, but really and truly war's in his heart. All right, so if you don't worship him, if you don't take the RFID chip, man, then you're gonna get beheaded, man. You know, the undesirables, man, the concentration camps, all of these things are coming. Martial law. All right, the sword is being sharpened. His words are softer than oil, but he's drawing a sword all the time. Okay, go on.
And it says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast.
Yeah, his way of life, man. You know, if you don't worship, if you're not down with what he's down with, his agenda, then he's gonna cause you to be put to death. You know, that draconian legislation, draconian law, man.
But hey, most people are down with everything Esau's pushing out. How many people? You don't hear very many people complaining about homosexuality, about even the wars, whatever. They'll just say, you know, it's just that they believe in the US military. People will be like, support our troops or whatever. They don't really, no one minds. All that, everything leading to the chip, the implants, you know, all these different technologies, people are looking on it eagerly. That's what they want. And they're thinking, oh yeah, I can live forever too. But they're not seeing the trap. Because the thing is, you look at media, all the movies, when it goes into that dystopian future, man, that post-apocalyptic future, there'll be a big war, everyone's fucked up after, or it's where you've completely surrendered all your rights.
Oh, like Alita, that James Cameron movie, Alita, Battle Angel.
Where they were up in heaven.
They were up,
Nova, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Was up in heaven.
Yep.
Then below, everything below was just garbage.
Fucked up, and they were merged with machines.
Yeah.
They were merged with machines, man. You know.
Yeah, because my guy gets turned into one later on.
Yep.
But that's the thing. All of it is basically Esau's plan. Everyone, you know, who other than us is really condemning him for that?
Yeah. Because again, you know when you go in the scriptures, the whole concept of eternal life is only promised to the Israelites, man. But again, see what I'm saying? Like fucking Esau's trying to get back his blessing, so that's why. So that's why you had that fucking Rockefeller. He had like 7 heart transplants. This nigga was trying to clinging on, man.
You have to think about that. What the fuck? Where them hearts coming from? The thing is with like transplants, is you need what's the word? Needs to be compatible.
Yeah.
So like blood type, age, all these different things. How the fuck is a nigga finding 7 hearts, and they just happen to die and have a heart for him?
He probably murdered like 20,000 Judas just to find one. This guy's wicked, bro.
No, that's fucked.
Find me the strongest Judas.
Man's there like to find his blood type.
Yeah, brother.
Execute.
And that proves that 7 is completion, right? They got 7 heart
Man got like 7
Yeah.
And the heart transplants are you have a precept up?
I got
I was reading into this.
Yeah.
And it says, and that as many as wouldn't worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yeah, so what? That they got them guillotines. All right, hey, Apostle Kubal's been speaking about this a lot, man. You know, them guillotines, man.
that documentary he's been going into as well.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. That woman, what's her name?
Linda Thompson.
Linda Thompson, that's it.
Yeah. Esau's being exposed in these last days, man.
Right.
All right, and that's a very efficient way for Esau to use a guillotine. Why? Because he wants to harvest the organs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why your bottom half is just going to be laying there in a plastic casket.
Yeah.
You know, after you've just served some time in a concentration camp, then you're just gonna, you're undesirable. So your head gets chopped off, you get fucking discarded, and just put in a plastic casket, and your organs get harvested, man.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I didn't even know this, but the NHS, they automatically they donate your organs
Yeah, well,
without
right.
you even knowing, man.
gotta opt
You have
out.
to opt out of that.
Yeah.
You know, Esau's nothing but Frankenstein, man.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking, he's a devil, man.
Hey, and even this past week, man, an elder sent me like a video of like 250 kids found in some town somewhere in caskets, man. Like being like in like a fridge casket, getting prepared to have the organs sold off, man.
That was in China. I found that video.
Yeah.
So sent it to me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Couple places where it's a trade. It's like the black market. And the thing with whenever you go into any kind of media where they'll have a black market in there, who's the guys behind the black market? Rich elites. They're the ones that are running, because that's like they'll basically have like either gambling dens or whatever that they're running to make money on, and it gives them access to all that shit. You go into what? A good one was the guns, Lord of War, Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah.
Where he was selling off like he was a American agent. That's what he ended up being, military agent. What was he doing? He's going to Russia, getting old Soviet gear, selling off
Reselling
in
them
Africa
on.
or whatever.
Yep.
The FBI or LA, whatever, some police force found him. Then the military guy said, nah, he's our guy. So you always got elites into these things. So all them body parts in China, people, who the fuck's got money to be buying blood, like a kidney on the black market is gonna be like 80 grand. Who the fuck's got 80 grand fishing around? People be on the NHS waiting list for 7 years to get a kidney.
It's because the earth's given into the hand of the wicked, man.
Look, Jake ain't got enough money to put down a deposit on a fucking flat, man.
Yeah, you ain't got
Let alone 80 grand for a kidney on the black market.
deposit on a room, right?
On a roof.
A
You know?
fucking car.
or in a car.
You know, you got
Let
that.
alone 80 grand for a kidney on a black market, man.
Yeah.
And this is why these devils operate, man. They work in the dark.
Yeah.
Like the scripture says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, man. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Alright? That's what the Bible says. Go on, keep going, bro.
Verse 16.
Yep.
And he causeth all, both small and great.
So this devil's gonna cause all, man. It don't matter who you are, small or great. Whether you're Errol Spence or you're a bum on the street, go on, bro.
Rich and poor,
Yeah, rich and poor,
free and bond,
free and bond, yeah.
to receive.
Your bondman, what? Them guys over there in the prison system, man. They're incarcerated. You got a lot of Jakes all up in there as well, man. A lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, you know, Native Americans, all up incarcerated, man. Some of them got life.
Yeah.
You know, they might give them a little deal. Hey, if you want to shorten your time, then you got to take this chip. But it's gonna come to a point where he's gonna make everyone take it. It's gonna be mandatory.
Well, in the UK they have you can shorten your time, but you got to get a brace. And I think it was an actual implant. I
Wow.
can't remember.
I think it was an implant.
I think it was an
Yeah.
actual implant, because it used to be a brace.
Yeah.
'Cause I know someone that had, like, this was what, 2009, 2008. He went jail. He got out early, getting a brace, and then like, what the hell is it called, man? The thing you get around your leg. It's not a brace. It's
Tracker.
That curfew thing.
yeah,
tag.
I don't even
What you
tag.
call it?
Yeah,
Oh,
get a
tag.
tag. Yeah,
Yeah,
get a
tag.
tag. But now it's like they're saying you can take an implant, because that's just more trackable. Because the tag is like, if you leave a certain area, but the marker is like they show they can track you anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere, man. Yeah.
So even
yeah.
that's the police, the prisons is a good place. And then as well is even people in debt. That's ways they're gonna get them as well. Because it's funny, even like car insurance, you got like that black box thing you can get attached to your car to get reduced insurance rates.
Yeah.
They
So they
can-
monitor how you drive,
Yeah.
how you brake, how
All them
fast you
things,
drive,
how fast you're going, you know,
how quickly you accelerate.
if you actually got that ticket or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's there's all these avenues which people can be exploited through.
Oh, so how convenient is that? That's very convenient.
Yeah.
You know, so his words are softer than oil.
Yeah, no,
You know?
for real.
But really, he doesn't mean, you know, he's not about your benefit, man. He's a slick devil. That's why you can't trust this guy, man. You know, neuroscience is the next biggest thing. You know, the brain implant, you know, we can connect you to the Internet of Things. You can walk again.
It's the same thing with like when you can go online and they're like, oh, do these surveys, do these reviews.
Yep.
It's to measure how people think. You're thinking, yeah, I get £100 at the end of that. These guys are thinking, okay, they got more information by which to find ways to control people.
Yep.
It's like, watch this advert. How do you feel about this concept? They could be putting up some demonic concepts. So Esau's got time, he's got money, man.
Yeah.
He can get into these things. The chip is the thing is the chip. When you look at from the perspective of the world, it's a good thing. Everyone's like, oh, you can become a machine.
Yeah.
You got all these science fiction movies where it's like, oh, you get a robot army, you crushing some shit.
Yeah.
It's sick. But then I'm realizing where it links up with in the scriptures.
Finish from that.
He says, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yeah, and that word mark, man, that's the implantable RFID microchip, man. You know, an imprinted mark. When you go into the root word corrupts, it goes into what? The actual syringe.
Yeah.
Right? Sharpened to a point. That's what it actually says.
Yeah.
So John the Revelator corrupts, right?
Yeah.
So John the Revelator, he saw people getting, cut open.
Yeah.
He saw them getting pricked with this fucking syringe, man.
Yeah.
Right? And you got these little, tiny, like a grain of rice. And they show you in, there's that movie, Mission Impossible, Fallout. I think it's Fallout, the latest one that Tom Cruise did, right? And they had the RFID tracking device planted on a so-called terrorist, and his name was Solomon, right? And he had an organization called the Apostles.
Yeah.
So we already know what Esau's doing, what he's pointing at. He's really pointing at us, man.
That's right.
Right. So when he has these false flag terrorist attacks out here, because we believe that there's going to be many, right? And that's all down to Esau, man. People are going to be looking for answers.
Yeah,
but who's going to have the solution, man?
Yeah.
That Hegelian dialectic. Who's going to have the problem? Who's created the problem? It's him. Who's got the reaction? It's him. And coincidentally, who's got the solution? It's also him.
Yeah.
So the words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart, man. He's preparing slaughter for you people out here, man. Go on, bro.
And that no man might buy or sell.
So it goes even deeper. So hold on a minute. You mean to tell me you can't make any forms of transaction unless you get this mark, which is the implantable chip?
Yeah.
Because I remember the days when you could get on a bus and you could pay and you could get a little paper receipt, show the inspector. But now it's all on a card. Everything's about technology. Everything's about tap and go. Everything's about convenience. Oh, say no to paperwork. That's what it's about nowadays, man.
And the thing is, it is convenient.
Right.
When you use cash now, when you make a contactless payment on, take your phone out and just go beep. That shit quick. You're there just 2 seconds.
I forgot my wallet today, and I was gonna go up and get it, but I was like, fuck it, I got my phone. I actually thought that. I was like, I ain't walking back upstairs. I got my phone, man. I'm gonna tap the shit out of that shit, man.
Tap. Imagine you getting out some £20 notes, some coins.
Yeah.
I'm a tap dog.
Last time you got a fucking coin, you probably got annoyed, like, what the fuck is taking so long for?
Yeah.
Having to look, what fucking coin is it? Like, you might be in the dark. Nigga, it is convenient.
Right.
This is how it's so easy to sell, man. That's why everyone loves it.
That's how you know it's an inevitable process.
A couple years ago, you had a person who traveled country to country with his passport and phone in his hand. And they didn't have to do no security, just tapped and went in, man. But they're like, well, he has a chip. This proof is him. We scanned him already, you scanned his eye, his biometrics.
Say no to passports.
Say no to passports,
It's
convenient.
convenient. Hey, you had
no
that
one can steal your
BBC.
identity.
You had that BBC advert with a girl. She had a phone implant in her hand.
Right.
On BBC, and she called her mum. She was sitting in a cafeteria with her mum, and she was like, "I want to show you something." And mum was like, "What is it?" And she was like, "Trrr, trrr." And she was like, "Oh, my phone's ringing." So she picked up the phone. She was like, "Hello, mum." She was like, "What are you doing?" She was like, "I'm calling you from my hand." Bro, and that's on the BBC. The mum started bugging out. And you know what she said? She's like, "One thing, just don't tell dad. I got an operation done. Just don't tell dad." So this devil, man, you see what I'm saying, man? He's pushing this technology out there.
Well, other thing you mentioned women is what the fuck is it called? The thingy implant, man. It's like the pill, basically. It sterilizes them for like 2 years. They get implant. And it releases
And hormones.
Hormones, like basically it works as a pill for like 2 years. Then they can just get updated, like taken out, put in a fresh one. So there's all these different avenues and ways just for people to do it. And girls will fuck with that, man. Like, I ain't gonna take the pill. And then you can just go around willy-nilly fucking whoever and not have to worry. That's why all these things are seen as good things, man. That's why it's like in America, there's a risk of you already had Alabama was it Alabama? I think it's Alabama, where they repealed, well, to an extent repealed abortion. But everyone's been getting an uproar like, oh no, they might stop abortions happening in the US. Because they're just thinking like, oh, women should just have all these things that Esau's instituted. For them, it's as long as Esau's brought in, it's good. It's a good thing. The thing is once upon a time, Esau was saying, yeah, niggas should be fucking slaves. They're 3/5 of a man. But now that's, oh no, we had it wrong. But now they're the good guy. But hey, that's it. Anything Esau says, people just eat it. Yeah. And that's why the chip will come out and be like, it's like with Apple. Every time the new iPhone comes out, everyone's like, oh my God. Man are dropping bills, waiting out in the cold for 3 days to get an iPhone. Let Apple release the Apple i chip. Implantable. And implantable. We've upgraded the Apple Watch to be an Apple chip. You stick it in your hand, a hologram. People will be like, oh my God, and jump on it. Easy to sell, man.
Yeah, just finish it. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yeah, you got certain Amazons where you can just walk in, take what you want off the shelves.
Oh yeah.
And just walk out these, smart markets and whatever.
Yeah.
You got smart cities.
Yeah.
You got things called smart cities being trialed out now.
Yeah.
Over there in China, they got something called a deadbeat map app. Where if your credit rating is poor, you pretty much pop up on everyone's radar as a deadbeat. So you can't even ride a train. That's something that they're trying out over in China. So this technology,
they're really is that Sesame credit system. It's already running. It's already like that's already set. If you fuck up too much, you can't take the train, you can't fly. Then it gets to the point you can't leave the country, you can't get a loan, you can't work certain jobs. Probably could be in certain neighborhoods, man. And that's something. This is why everyone's getting all in an uproar in Hong Kong, man. Because them man are fucked. China's going to be having the rule. So it's like, that's just an example of like that authoritarian state. And a lot of that technology trial comes to the US after a while, man.
That's it.
Because like with them like the contactless stores, the RFID tag stores, you just go in, walk out, calculates whatever it takes from your account. That's convenience once again. Because no one needs to work there. It's apparently a good thing. But then, this is where everything and the thing is, all these systems rotate around the chip. Because that's like you mentioned, Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
Rotates around the chip. But it's funny as well, because even with, it's another thing that's big in America is like weapons, guns. I remember in like, Metal Gear Solid 2, they had a thing where like the guns were basically tied to your DNA. Only like your fingerprint could then make a gun fire. So that's another thing they could say, like, okay, if you're in the military, you'll get this will be your tag, your identification or whatever. So you can have, or if you've got a gun in the US, you need to get registered on this. All these things can easily happen. And every other day you got a fucking school shooting happening in the US. I think one happened yesterday. Was it a shooting? Oh, there was a stabbing. I can't remember.
There was in East London.
There was one in London. There was one in France earlier in the week. There was
5 in Manchester.
Manchester, that was the one. And then Scandinavia, Germany had one. Where was the one where he was in the police station? That was France. Oh no, but that was and then you have a fucking school shooting happening every other day, man. In the US, you just hear about it. It's not even news anymore. But people are like, oh my God, the guns are so dangerous. They'll be like, you get an implant, you got a DNA register, only you can shoot it. People would love that. Because it's safety.
I think in the military they've already got the fingerprint ones. Only your fingerprint can pull the trigger. I think they actually got that.
Oh yeah.
You finished on that?
Oh yeah.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped. Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
And we had that falling away, but now we've come back to our heritage, man. And that was prophecy. The scripture says what? Thou even thyself shall discontinue from the heritage that I gave you, man. This is the only captivity where we didn't even know who we was as a people, man. We had our records in Rome, but then they got burnt down. You know, we got kicked out. You know, we had to flee. You know, they call it the Jewish diaspora, man. Interiors of Africa, all of that. You know, so come on, man. This is happening now, man. We're in the last days, and Esau's being revealed. You know, but don't let no man deceive you. This is what Paul's saying. Go on.
And that man of sin
Yep.
be revealed.
The man of sin. Who's the man of sin? Esau, man. He's the man of sin. You know, he's the one that takes the words of the Most High and casts it behind him, man. The scripture says, "What hast thou to do unto the wicked? The Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, man?" Esau ain't got it, but then he's a hypocrite because then he'll have you swear on the Bible in his court systems, which you're not even supposed to do that anyway. You know, go on.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition means destruction, man. You know, and that's what Esau, and he's what the scriptures speak about destroying them that destroy the earth.
Yeah.
You know, he is the walking, like, he is his death.
Yeah.
Scriptures tell you that in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, man. You know, the so-called white man is death.
When he came as Cain, he was the son of destruction.
Yep.
When he came as Esau, he was the son of destruction, man.
Yep.
You know, all these incarnations, he's of destruction.
From the serpent,
Death.
seed of the wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's created to be the wicked.
Right.
You know, and that's who the power of the earth has been given into the hand of, a madman.
Yep.
You know, the basis of men. Hold on.
Is there even anyone else who it could possibly be?
Right, yeah. Well, yeah.
This is the thing. If anyone's saying like, oh no, it's Esau's been destroyed and forgotten.
Wait, I mean, sorry, bro. Have you, have you realized with these Edomites, these fucking devils, man, that you know when it comes to facts on Jacob and Esau in particular, there's always some hidden dystopian tribe in the middle of some desert somewhere. You know, we're trying to find who the ancient
people left.
Yeah, the ancient Edomites. Then they're in some cave in Jordan. No, it's you. The fucking nigga do the documentary. It's you.
Well, the archaeologists just came out about a month ago.
Yeah,
they
with
said
the
they've
Jake.
actually discovered proof that
skull.
Edom existed. So it's not even a myth no more.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
saying they've discovered proof of Edom, and they said it matches up with the scriptures, man.
See?
And they all tongue shall fall upon
Yeah.
themselves.
See, but then the two heavyweights in the Bible are just not going to be known, right? We ain't going to have no idea who they are.
The thing is that going to the scriptures, it says what Esau is the end of the world and
Yeah,
Jacob's the
that's
beginning
it.
of
That's
the prophecy.
Prophecy.
So then, okay, either Jacob's ruling now, and if Esau's not done,
Yeah.
then Jacob must be ruling now.
Right.
But
Exactly.
then that said, okay, where's King David at?
What about the new covenant?
Yeah,
That's
where's
it.
the new there's meant to be no more war on the earth.
Yeah, wait. So you got the new covenant, but you're eating lobster
Yeah.
and crab sticks in the shard.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense, man.
Yeah.
Where's your spiritual powers?
And pig food.
Yeah.
Hey, no, wait, hey, hold on. The street of transparent gold.
Right.
Yeah, well, I ain't seen that there.
Right.
I see them guys
Yeah,
in
you
a
meant to
circle,
go there,
you know. I ain't
Yeah.
see
I
the
know.
transparent gold, man.
Smashing their foreheads into the wall.
Some concrete wall, man.
Kingdom of heaven, and you got gay parades.
Yeah.
in the promised land.
And his tongue.
In the land of
Promised
Israel.
you got grown men sucking each other off in the promised land.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Does that even
Fuck
make
that,
sense?
man. Yo. Yeah,
The law's not the author of confusion,
Yeah,
man.
and this is the thing as well. It's like you go back. What was it when them heathenish Babylonians came in the land? Them Sumerians took over Samaria. They were going off. They got judged, man. Man were getting annihilated by the Lord.
Yeah.
So they weren't able
sent
to
lions
be
among
offered.
them.
Yeah,
But,
something
you know,
like
these men have been allowed to be in the Holy Land sucking cock.
Nah.
But then it's, that's no big deal.
Nah, man.
But hey, that's the thing. That's how you know all this talk about Esau being God. If you believe in the Bible, then Esau's still got to be around.
Yeah,
Because he needs to get torn out of power.
There's no end to all the nations.
That's it.
Alright. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped.
Yeah, I can make you walk again.
Yeah.
You know? He wants to be worshipped as a god, man.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to cut you up, stick you up, implant you up, and then, strap you up to a fucking exoskeleton suit.
Yeah.
And now he wants you to declare him a god. Hey man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Peter and John, they said what? In the name of Yahweh Shai, rise up, man. They don't need no exoskeleton suit, man.
Yeah.
You know? And Esau's trying to foot, because he's carnal. That's why he's got to have them you know, them Zimmer frames. And, you know? He's got to roll with that, because he doesn't have that, you know, he's got the power on the left-hand side, but the right-hand side is more powerful. A lot more powerful, man.
Right.
All right, we got the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to call upon, man.
And it's even it's like these a lot of these Edomite Christians, man. These American Bible bashing Christians. Them guys basically they ain't really dealing with the truth as the Bible speaks it. They're